What's going on, guys? rBangerz here. What was your "this person is on another level of stupid" moment? Dude burned down his convenience store for an insurance claim and stopped the milk and bread deliveries the day before. Yeah, see, that's a little bit suspicious, but at the same time, it's just like, it's like the simplest things that usually get people caught. I got a bad grade in geography in high school. My teacher kept trying to push me and suggested I talk to my parents about it. I told my mom I was failing geography, and she said, "How fucking stupid can you really be, Justin? How do you fail geography? It's just shapes." I'll never forget that one. I mean, it's funny for two different reasons. The first one is, a lot of people nowadays, if you have them do that, like, if you have them do any kind of geography problem or things like that, I would say at least half of them won't even have a clue of where to start. But the second one is just how the mother just straight up humiliated. How she just straight up, like, oh my gosh, that's some tough parenting, but I have a feeling that he started doing better after that. I'm an identical twin, and I've been asked all manner of utterly ridiculous questions about it throughout my life. But I think the stupidest was when a girl once asked me, "Do you ever get yourselves mixed up with each other?" I responded, "Are you asking me if I ever sometimes think I'm my brother?" And she replied, "Yeah." "No, I don't." What do I even say to that? Shit, I actually don't even know what to say to that. That's just stupid. This was my first experience in retail where I learned what many customers would be like. Seasons were changing, so we put a lot of shirts we had to get rid of in front and made them 50% off. I was working the register when a woman came up to buy her things. I rang her up and could see a look on her face like something was wrong. That's when the following happened. "Why is this so much?" "Pardon me? This should only be like $10, not $20. I thought that maybe your item was on sale, so I asked if she could point out the sign because I wasn't aware of it. It was a small store, and we didn't have to walk anywhere." "This sign here." "This sign that says all shirts are 50% off?" "Yes, so why is this full price?" "This is a hat." How do you confuse a shirt with a hat? Like, that just broke my brain for you, dude. What the hell? Back when the Fukushima nuclear power plant disaster happened, we were discussing how the reactor had failed in science class. 5 minutes into the conversation, a girl piped up and said, "I don't see what the big deal is. Why can't we just regrow it?" She deadass thought a nuclear power plant was a plant. See, I don't know if that's just a failure of the school's part, a failure of the teacher's part, a failure of her part, or I don't know, maybe she's just flat out dumb, because the second the word nuclear goes next to anything, I mean, that's just the fact that it's a nuclear power plant. I wonder if she actually believes there's actual nuclear plants just actually growing. See, now I'm curious. Are there? I'll have to look that up. Is like if actual nuclear plants are growing anywhere just naturally? Because if there is, then shit, I may have to give her some merit as far as things we just don't think of. But I'm kind of hard pressed to believe that that's the case. Summer camp counselor made all the kids on a school bus keep the windows up on a hot day because they could feel the air conditioning coming from the front of the bus. It was so hot that I, maybe 10 years old at the time, had to explain to the 40-year-old counselor that the air conditioning they were feeding was the one coming in through the bus driver's open window. She still didn't believe me. I begged her to ask the bus driver to confirm the bus did not have air conditioning, but she didn't want to bother him while he was driving. It was like a 1-hour bus trip. She finally got hot enough and asked the bus driver if the bus had air conditioning, and he jokingly said, "The bus only has air conditioning when the windows are down and the wheels are turning." She then looked back at me and said, "See, I told you the bus had air conditioning," and proceeded to force us to keep the windows up. See, there's two problems here. The first one is, she took his sarcasm seriously. And the second part is, he even laid out the conditions of his sarcasm, yet it still just completely just went over her head. Like, he made a joke saying that there's only quote-unquote air conditioning when the windows are down and the bus is moving, and then she still wanted to keep the windows up. Like, that, are you dumb? How does someone that fucking dense become a teacher? That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, that, common sense isn't common, apparently. Knew a girl in middle school that didn't understand the concept of perspective. She also thought north was whichever direction you were facing at the time. Ah, yes, true north. I used to work with a girl who was sweet but so dumb. We were in a meeting once, and somehow someone mentioned baked ham. My manager said, "Ugh, I hate ham. It looks like human flesh." The girl I mentioned was sitting next to me and looked horrified and whispered, "Does ham really come from people?" I'd be more worried about the manager that knows what cooked human flesh looks like. Yeah, I mean, I'd be worried about the manager and the girl. It's like, which one's the priority? I don't know. But I'm actually going to end it here, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I encourage you to watch some more of them. Actually, I'm going to link a playlist right here to all my other AskReddits. And if you enjoy my other content as well as this, why not consider subscribing? I'm going to add content daily, and yeah. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.